Hey everybody, welcome to Lucky Dice Live. It's Saturday night, not our usual night. I don't know if I have a big crowd, or I don't even know if I have anybody tonight, so if you're there, say hello. Obviously, you can see that I'm by myself. I thought Jonathan was going to be here, but he was doing some work for a client. Hasn't really responded to me of late. I think he's having, I don't know what's going on, but he was having problem getting the he was having a problem getting messages from me earlier, so I don't know what the deal is. But last word I got, he was trying to finish with a client, and I told him I was going to be getting late over here, and I did get late. I guess it's not that I don't really have that much to talk about. I thought we were going to have some news on Silver Age. I know it's in queue to be announced with WizKids. It hasn't been announced yet, so we really can't talk about it just yet. I'm not going to be here next week, so I'm making the assumption that Monday or Tuesday we'll get the announcement from WizKids about what the changes are for Silver Age, and we'll talk about it when I get back. So, what's going on with me? The reason why did we do the switch? Well, what happened is my birthday's tomorrow, and my kids, we were trying to all get together and go out to eat. We were going to do that on Saturday night, which was now, and then I was going to come do the stream. We had that planned out, and then I had some product that was I was out of Masters of Time, so I had product delivered to me, and it came from it was coming from Diamond. And Diamond, I paid for it earlier in the week, and then Diamond forgot to ship it. So I had it it was overnighted to me on their nickel, and I got it this morning, and I found out about that yesterday. So I did a switcheroo, and I moved because I didn't have the product, I moved the live stream and the case break till tonight. So that's why all that happened. And then, and again, if you didn't know it, you'll know it now. I'm going on vacation. I'm leaving at 4:30 this morning, in the morning. So I've got just a few hours till I'm leaving, and I'm going to be gone for a week. Going on a cruise. We're going to Mexico, Honduras, and Belize. So I'll be gone for 7 days. There will not be a auction this coming Friday. So it's going to be 2 weeks before you see me again. And hopefully we have a lot to talk about when I get back. We'll be talking about Silver Age. We'll be talking a little bit more about states. I think about 3/4, if not better, of the states now have been listed on site. What I've always done in the past, if you go onto the Rock site and you hit state and provincial locations, you would go, and I kept a sheet up, and as I got paid by states, and as I got their links to HC units. Hey, Dennis. Dennis is getting married again. If y'all didn't know that, he's getting his second wife. He's at a wedding right now. He's letting me know, that he's there right now. Anyway, his first wife would kill him if he tried to do something like that. Dennis says he can't hear anything, which is funny. So I can talk madly about him, and he doesn't know what I'm doing. Anyway, let me see if I got a message. Yeah, somebody's wanting to know if we're doing the cast. All right, so when I get back, or when I was talking about states, so it used to be you could go straight to the Rock site and you would click, and I kept up with it. But now what's happening is that we're using HC units, which we announced that earlier in the week, and it was overwhelmingly, everybody was overwhelmingly happy about it. So we're veering away from the win. I think that you'll see, I think that sometime in the near future you'll see WizKids do that too. I don't know how long, but I think it will happen. But we're using HC units to run all of our tournaments on there, and then so many advantages to being able to do it that way. But what happens now is I work really well with Clay, and I've got it set up to where if you click the states and provincial locations on the Rock site, it will take you to HC units, as a page, and he set up a page there with all of the states that have registered NHC units. They're all listed there, so you can see the dates and the times and who's hosting them and everything. And I think, I'm not sure, because a lot of what we've been doing is we've been updating that every day. And what I mean by that, my daughter and I. So what happens is they make an order on the Rock site that then we see the order list every Saturday morning, and then every Saturday morning we take that order and we put it on our spreadsheet. Our spreadsheet is viewed by GamerMax, who makes the maps, and that so as the orders come in and we tell them how many everybody wants and we confirm payment has been made, they see that and they start making the maps. And then what we do is we print out a sheet and we put a date on there, and we keep it in a notebook, and we put the date on there when we're supposed to ship out. At that time, it also go on HC units. So I'm able to look at that spreadsheet every morning and see how many states have paid. As of the last update that I had was I think early Friday morning, and we were a little over halfway of all payments being received. But then I sent out a reminder notice on Thursday, and we had a bunch of places pay on Friday. I think some today, some last night. So I'd like to think that we're 2/3 of everything being listed, possibly on HC units. We did sell out, meaning that we have 51 locations. That's how many kits that I could run. That's how many factory sets that I was promised by WizKids, and we have all 51 are sold. I had 50 going into Friday, and I just set tight on that, figuring somebody would come along. I had somebody comes along wanting to run states. The first one was Maine, and so I said they could run it. And then right after that, Colorado came along, and I told them, hey, I'm sold out, but let me see what I can do. And I've messaged WizKids, and maybe we can come up with something else. And if we can, we'll add Colorado in there, and we'll go to 52. And I will not be surprised if in the next couple of weeks that there's not going to be somebody else somewhere that's going to that reaches out. It happens to me every year, but I can't at this point. I can't say that we're going to have any more states at all other than what we're listed. Right now we are in the United States. We're in Canada. Canada has provincials. We're in Taiwan. Taiwan is the only place that I know of that I don't really know what they are. They're not a province and they're not a state. I don't really. It's very, very. I can't really ever get a straight answer. And when I look it up on the on the internet and do research, I can't figure it out either. So I have no idea what they actually are. But we have one in Taiwan. So. And they've been with us for the last 3 years, and they're very excited. We have Mexico. We have 5 states in Mexico, and Mexico does indeed have states, just like we do. Mexico City is actually a state. If you guys did not know that, it's a city and a state. And we also went to Australia. Australia also has states. They're running one over there in Queensland. We also got Brazil, and Brazil is in Rio de Janeiro, and it is also a state. Who else do we get? Oh, the Philippines. The Philippines, they're only running one this year, so I think it's going to be in Manila. They have run others before, so that's all the ones that we have that I know that I can think of from the top of my head. And obviously, there's more in the United States than anywhere else, but altogether we have 51. I've always tried. I would love to have one year fulfill that we had a state championship in every state in the United States. I've come somewhat close to that at times. There's some states that it's hard to get. It's hard to get states run. I used to have a place. I used to have North Dakota every year. I don't anymore. I didn't really have time to research and see if there is a venue somewhere in North Dakota. I do have South Dakota, but North Dakota had the venue that was up there went out of business during COVID. So I don't know if they if there's something else up there now or not. but we did used to have North Dakota. I used to have Hawaii every year, and Hawaii used to always have a really good turnout. But for some reason, they're not responsive the last couple of years. And again, I used to spend a lot of time. I usually spend a lot of time trying to go to every state and try to find somebody, and spend a lot of work trying to recruit a venue. Did not do that this year, and I didn't do it really because I only had limited numbers. If I would have went out in recruiting, I don't know that I was afraid of overselling, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alaska is a state that I've never been able to get. We don't have Puerto Rico this year. This is the first time we don't have Puerto Rico. I'm thinking of other places that are kind of oddball. Delaware, I think we've had in the past, but not anytime recently. Idaho we have this year. In Idaho, sometimes we have, sometimes we don't. Out west, we don't have Montana. There's nothing in Montana. Montana doesn't have very much in the state, I don't think. But I don't think we've ever had a state championship in Montana. So I think Montana and probably Alaska are the only two states. I'm not sure about Delaware, but those three would be the only three that we've never been in, I think, at all. I think we've been in every other one. We don't have Minnesota this year, which meant the venue that we used to use in Minnesota, it went out of business also, and I just haven't, again, I didn't have enough time to go and try to find another one, and I didn't pursue it because that's just more time on my hands, and we only had so many kits. Next year, I hope that we can expand upon that. I want to grow every year. I want this to be a global event. I think that this is the largest HeroClix event in the world, in the history of the world. Meaning, and what I mean by that is that we spread all over running these state championships globally. And I don't know about, I think probably number-wise, we probably have more participants than any other event. And we're definitely, as far as global region, we are definitely the biggest HeroClix event that there is. We used to, over time we've kind of adapted. We wanted it, when we first ran states, we wanted it to be in 1 or 2 weekends, and we found that that was difficult to get venues scheduled that way. So we've spread the time period, and we went 2 weeks, and then we went 3. Anyway, we try to we want the venues to have the best possible attendance that they can have, and we feel like by giving them more time, so we're doing basically 2 months this year, but by giving them that time period, that they're able to schedule around other events. Not just HeroClix events, but other games altogether. But also they're able to work around, hopefully, other events that are nearby, to where they can have bigger draws where people go, say Alabama would go to Georgia, Georgia would go to Alabama, and also Tennessee, because people like to drive and play in multiple events. For me this year, I'm actually, our state is scheduled, I think, the first week in December, or somewhere in there. It might be November. I don't know when I scheduled it. I know I know I had to change. I want to say it's November 23rd. Now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, I've scheduled November 23rd. I'm traveling to Mexico City to stay with Dennis. Yeah, it was, Jordan, rough. It was real rough. You could see it from the get-go. I saw it from the get-go. They weren't ready. They were not. You have to be hungry, even when you play lesser teams. And I'm talking to Jordan right now. I got off of Clicks for a minute, and I didn't see that in Alabama today. I definitely saw a lot of hunger in Vanderbilt wanting to win, and I didn't. And if you want to be a champion, you have to exude that hunger all the time, no matter who you're playing, and it wasn't there for Alabama. I also felt the defense the offense didn't play its best game, but the offense wasn't out there a whole lot because the defense just couldn't stop Vanderbilt. I mean, the wishbone is a tough offense to stop anyway, if you don't, especially when you don't play it that often. But Vanderbilt and that quarterback ran it perfectly, and I think that football to somewhat is a degree of chess, and I think that their offensive coordinator played chess very much. He played it better than our defensive coordinator today, and he just basically got out coached, I guess is what I'm saying. And the defense just played horrible. There was no enthusiasm, no desire, I didn't see it. I didn't see. They were very flat. I guess that's because they just felt like they just had to show up, and they came off the Georgia game. That's just what I saw. So anyway, it is what it is, and the season's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. I think even if we would have managed to win the game, that Alabama still would have dropped in the polls, wouldn't have been number one. But I don't really care about being number one. I don't know that it even matters. All that matters right now is that you position yourself to make the playoffs. And so that's still in front of Alabama if they want it and they decide they want to start playing. But you got to have that killer instinct, and they did not have that killer instinct today. They just absolutely did not. Anyway, get off. Let's talk HeroClix. This is not a sports game podcast stream. So anyway, as I'm saying, I'm going to see Dennis in Mexico in the first part of November, and I'm going to play in the Mexico City State Championship. Be the first time I've ever played at HeroClix, I think, out of country. I played all over the United States, but I don't think I've ever played out of country, so that's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. So I've got to build a Silver Age team myself and start practicing, getting used to it. What else I play in, I have no idea. I don't know where else I will. I don't know where else I'll go. I mean, the obvious choices are Tennessee and Georgia and Mississippi. Those would be the ones that I would go to if I go to any. Anyway, that's that. So I hope all you guys participate in your local states or provinces. It is coming up November, December. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I know the prizing is great. I can tell you, if you want to come to Alabama, you probably should, because I may have extra prizing, and I have enough stuff to run battle royals and stuff with on the side too. But before states even comes up, I don't know if you guys saw, but I do have a super sealed event coming up with WizKids prizing, and I've got buyables that you can purchase at regular price. We'll be running battle royals that day. We'll be running the Silver Age event that day. People that want to come down early, we will do our live stream on Friday night. You can come over here and play battle royals. In fact, you can play battle royals right in front of us, which will be kind of cool. And you can participate, maybe ask questions or whatever that you want to do. We might even flip around and do some live streams of you guys playing. But we'll be here that Friday night. So anybody that wants to come in, because they want to drive their drive is a little bit further, and they want to come to the event, come on down, get a hotel room, come down Friday night. We'll have something here for you. You can start playing battle royals on Friday night, and sleep in, and then go to the tournament on Saturday. We will be here. We will be doing our live cast Saturday, and again Saturday it's all day long, and I will probably I have a lot of extra prizing, so I have enough prizing coming in from WizKids, I think, to take care of everything, but I have more on top of that, so I'll probably be adding more things too. Maybe more participation prizes, maybe more whatever, but we will be doing we'll be having a good time. So Super Sealed coming up the very first weekend in December. We didn't want to do it. Is it December, November? Where are we at? We're in October. No, I'm sorry, November. It's right before actually I'm going on vacation. So it's that first weekend in November. We were going to run it this month, but we couldn't because of a product delay. And thank God that the strike that was holding everything up in the harbor is over. I think we have a lot of one piece that was being held up because of that. And now we know that Black Panther for sure will be on the way. I actually asked WizKids, man, hey guys, they got this strike going on. Do you feel like we're still going to get Black Panther in time? And I was assured that based on the information that they had, that we would still get Black Panther on the latest release dates. So all of that, I guess I had a little bit more to talk about than I thought that I did. So let's see. We have a huge bounty prize. I don't know how many people are here, but I would love to know if anybody can remember the last time we gave out the bounty prizes. I think it was in Deadpool. I don't know what was pulled, but I believe sometime in Deadpool. I don't think we've had any bounty prizing given out at all. We've struck out on Masters of Time. And I think, I know I have some Deadpool here, so it does go back. It's not, we go back somewhere in Deadpool, but I do believe we gave out something in Deadpool. I don't believe we went the whole time, even though it feels like it at this point. Feels like the last time we gave out anything was Disney, but that's not true. I know we gave out something in Deadpool. I think Masters of Time is being a little difficult because there's a lot of super rares. I think a little bit more than normal, and also you have 2 less boosters in the set, or you have 1, I guess, because you have the super booster. And the super booster, I've only seen 1 super rare pulled. I've seen Clock King pulled in the super boosters. I've seen primes. I've seen, I take that back. What's the other guy? Wally. I've seen Wally and I've seen Clock King. That's the only 2 super rares I've seen pulled. I've seen plenty of chases. I've seen a prime or 2, but I'm not seeing anything past that. I haven't seen the other super rares or anything like that. So, Alabama States, I believe I scheduled mine the first week in December, I think. Let me see if I can see that real quick. HC units. I'll just look real quick and see if I can see it. Events. Oh, I know a better way of circuits. I think it's under circuits. Yeah, there we go. Yes, I know what it is. Now show me all the stuff. For some reason, it's not showing me. Okay, maybe it's over here. Upcoming events. There we go. I see Tennessee. I see California. Rhode Island. There we go. I tell you, ours is on November 23rd. I take that all the way back. It's not December. That's right, because I had it 1 week after that, but it was during the Alabama-Auburn game, and that's a no-no in Alabama. You don't schedule something on the Alabama-Auburn game. So it's November 23rd, and then it's fairly close to state. So we're gonna have 2 weeks apart, I guess, and it really wasn't my choice dates. I had to go to the first week in November because of the product delay, and I had to go to November 23rd because of the Alabama-Auburn game, and I didn't anyway. So that's when it is. I haven't seen the Constantine in Supers. The Xanadu Prime is hard to see or hard to sell? Just hard to find. We've had a few I've had a few Xanadu Primes. We actually sold one 2 days ago on eBay. I know it because we had to find the cards that only I knew where they were. Because my daughter couldn't remember. So again, for those just joining in, I am leaving today at 4:30. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm leaving to go on vacation on my birthday, and we're going to be gone. I will be gone till next Sunday, so I'll be gone for a week. I did buy internet, so I'll be checking in occasionally on things, but for the most part, I'm going to be out of touch and not reachable for about a week. We're 7:28, so we're getting really close, and at this point, I can say Jonathan's not going to be here. I see a Jay Majors bidding. That's pretty cool. Jay usually, he comes in on Friday nights. I think he has something usually that he's got going on Friday nights. But anyway, we're coming to the close. I was worried whether we would have, I was thinking everything might be really cheap tonight, and I can tell you, not that it's exorbitantly priced, but I can tell you it's not really cheap. Most of it's going for less than what I sell it for in store, so I guess that's good. What are the Super Boosters up to? Super Boosters, one's at 49. They usually go in the 50s, sometimes 60s. So it may still hit that, but the Super Booster's only at 49. And the regular boosters are all, seems to be between 14 and 17, with most of them being under 50, being under 16. I don't see the other Super Booster. That's 48, 49 on number 9. So where's 18? Is anybody bidding on 18? I don't see it yet. Let's see. Let me flip through here. 18. All right, that's, I think that's 9. And come on, where are you at, 18? Oh, it ended. 18 ended. Oops, I don't want 18, yeah, 49. I think that's 18. Anyway, they went a little bit cheaper tonight. I walked in. Usually I'm not here on Saturday night, and usually we always run Yu-Gi-Oh at the store on Saturday night, but we had a big Yu-Gi-Oh pre-release, so they're all next door to me. I don't know if you guys can hear all that noise or not, but they're having a tournament over there. Looks like we're about to end. We have a few extensions. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready while we're doing that. Go ahead and get this case opened up, so when they're finally over, we're done. Get a little bit of a head start. I'm wanting to get out of here as quick as possible. Obviously, I got to get up. Well, got to get up earlier than that, but I'm being picked up at 4:30 in the morning. And then we're driving to New Orleans and jumping on a boat. I think we're a little too early, but it's not. Can't argue with the fact that it's probably wise to go a little early, just in case something goes on. Plus, we have a huge family, and I don't know how much they got to stop. Me, when I'm traveling by myself, man, I don't stop very much if I want to get somewhere. I think New Orleans is about a 6-hour drive for us, which isn't too bad. But going with my family, going with my daughters and sons and grandkids. I got 4 grandkids going. Don't have my whole family going, but I got quite a bit of them going. So I got 4 grandkids, and I've got son-in-law and daughter, and they are all, none of them have been on a cruise. They're the only ones in the family that have not been on a cruise. I pay for, I used to, still do a little bit, but I pay for, used to pay for family vacations. We weren't quite as big back then when I was paying for them, but I paid for everybody to go on cruises. I paid for everybody to go on other vacations, Disney World and wherever, and which I didn't mind doing. And I still, like I said, still like, but there's just, family's gotten so big. For this group, they missed both cruises that we went on, and they missed it because Chelsea was pregnant with the grandkids, and she didn't really want to go pregnant, and she also had, seems like she always had one that was young and a grandkid that was, and a grandkid and her baby, in her belly rather, the last few times. So this is their first time to go on a cruise, and they're real excited. And I'm excited to go with them. And it's kind of a birthday cruise for me. So all of that's kind of cool. All right. Mark these up real quick. It's the auction. The auction is still going, still in overtime. We still got one super booster going. We'll have all this ready to go as soon as it does finally end. Good. There we go. Still going. But I am going to go ahead and throw some prizing in while we're waiting. A legacy card from that brick. We're throwing another Wonder Woman legacy. Actually, yeah, Wonder Woman legacy. I'm going to skip this one. I think we may have done that one already. This is a Wonder Woman legacy that we haven't done. Put these two down at the bottom. Got a Wolverine team-up card. When the auction ends, we'll go ahead and pick what the bounty figure is going to be. All right, and then I'm going to pick out Exospecs. We'll throw that in. There's a Prime Rival from Flash. And we'll do one more. Let's do. This is interesting. This was given out. This guy's like over 20 years old, and this guy was given out as a promo. But this particular promo is playable, and it's a Rookie Hulk from Infinity Challenge. Still in this packaging. I'm gonna throw him in there. So that's kind of something cool to have if you collect. Let's see. Have we actually ended? I see people making payments. So that would mean we ended, right? Yep, we ended. All right, so cool. So here we go, guys. Let's try to win the bounty this week. Let's pick out the bounty figure. The first two super rares. I don't think that we have any help this weekend. This week, I think that Nicole is actually playing in a constructed tournament. I saw her on Facebook playing somewhere, so she's been picking him, and nobody's been listening to her. So you guys are on your own without her. So here we go. Name a super rare. First two nominations for any super rare, Masters of Time, no primes, no chases, will be our bounty figure, and we have a big, huge bounty. We have 2 tubs of bounties plus what I got in front of me. All right, guys, come on. All right, Madame Xanadu. We got one Madame Xanadu. Need somebody to nominate her twice, or I need something else. We haven't pulled a lot of Madame Xanadus. Constantine. We've had Constantine named a few times. We haven't hit him yet, but I mean we ain't hit nothing. So it's just really who knows. So I need second nominations on Xanadu or Constantine or something else. Come on, guys. Swamp Thing. All right, so we got a Xanadu, Constantine, and Swamp Thing. I need a second nomination on any of those. Desparo. Haven't seen very many Desparos picked. I need a second nomination, guys. Does? What is does? Mark Adler's saying does. I don't know what that means. Does the bounty still hit if it's in a super booster? It sure does. If it's in a super booster, it hits. I got some people over in the Auxxit typing right now. Swamp Thing, there it is. That is our choice. That's my second nomination. And they actually both did it. So in either case, we have 3 nominations for Swamp Thing. And let's start opening these things up. We'll start off with booster number 1. Let me get all organized here. All right. All right, so we got Trick Arrows, we got Per Decaton, we got Booster Gold Common, we got a Dr. Fate Uncommon, and we got an Animal Man Common. That's our first booster. No super rares or cases yet. Let's move on to booster number 2. Booster number 2, we got an Anthro Uncommon, we got a Robin Rare, a Mr. Mine Common, we got a Prehistoric Warrior Common, and we got a Time Trapper Common. Time Trapper's interesting. I think maybe we overlook him a little bit. He holds up really, really good in Battle Royals. Number 3. No money piece yet, so everybody should be getting a little excited. Let's see if we got something in number 3. Oh, who has number 3, guys? Who has number 3? We got a hit. I'm gonna look, see if I can see it. Number 3. Number 3, number 3. There's number 1, 16, 17. There it is. PKRUS. You got number 3, and you're over in the Auxxit side because you're one of the people that nominated Swamp Thing. Yep, he's typing right now. There you go. So you got a Daxamite Common, a Blackhawk Pilot Common, a Red Arrow Uncommon, a Sergeant Rock Uncommon, and you got the Chase. You got Green Man. Congrats, man. You got the Chase. Number 4. Don't know which one that was, but somebody could be pretty happy here. Not sure which one that is. All right. Okay. This, in my opinion, is the best super rare you can pull. I think. You got a Hal Jordan. I'm not excluding primes. Hal Jordan Uncommon. You got a Genie Hex Common. You got a Detective Chimp common, a League Assassin common, and you got the Batman Super Rare, which I think he is phenomenal. I think we shall see him in meta play. Number 5. What do we have here? Huh. I think it's a decent booster. You got a Raptor common, a Batman uncommon, a Batman common. You got a Beast Boy uncommon, and you got the Black Beetle rare, who's pretty good. It's not a bad booster at all. Then we go to number 6. We got another very sought piece in this one. Somebody's going to be really happy on this one. This is number 6. Okay, you got a Easy Company Soldier, a Talia al Ghul. We got another Raptor common. We got a Cinnamon uncommon, and you got a really good super rare. You got a Poseidon. Everybody's trying to get this figure. Him and Batman, maybe they're even killed. Maybe both of them are equally as good or sought. But everybody's looking for that Poseidon. Number 7. So we pulled 2 super rares so far. Should be one more in this. Should be able to pull one more. We might get lucky and pull one in the super booster. Looking for Swamp Thing. We have more Trick Arrows. We have a GI Robot rare, a Lady Blackhawk uncommon, a League Assassin common, Detective Chimp common, and Trick Arrows. Yeah, I don't know why they put the cards. They put one main Trick Arrow separate from the other cards, always in the boosters. I don't know why they do that. Number 8. This is the last regular booster of the first brick. Should be a super rare in here, right? Should be. Theoretically, should be a super rare in there. Let's see if it's right. I mean, you can't really. I don't know if they honored us this time. I don't know if our ratio is right on this brick. All right, you got an Animal Man common, a Batman uncommon, a Superman common, a Deadman common, and a Batman rare. That Batman is the pirate Batman. So no super rare there. So still looking for a Swamp Thing, and we hope that we have him in here. That would be pretty cool. All right, what do we have? All right, every once in a while I get a booster that doesn't have the clamshell plastic in it. This is one of them. So I don't know what they were doing when they were packing some of these. But I think you ended up getting a very good, in my opinion, maybe the best Colossal that you can get. Just making sure the figures are in there. No Constantine out of this one. We got a Wonder Woman team-up card and a Beast Boy. Now, I really think... we did get a super rare in here, though. We got a Shadow. So we did get the super rare. And you got a Prehistoric Warrior. So we did get the super rare, just not the right super rare in here. But we did get a Beast Boy. And I really think, guys, if you haven't looked at him, that this should be some really strong consideration for building a team with him and with other stuff. He's only 120 points with a very, very deep dial. He's got charge and flurry. He's got the outsider team ability, which means he can lock himself or another figure in where they can't be modified. He's got Blades, Claws, Fangs, but may use it if targeting up to 2 characters and rolls a separate d6 for each hit character. So that's pretty darn good. So he can attack 2 figures at one time and do Blades, Claws, Fangs against them. He does a natural 4 anyways. He's got a stop click, outsiders. He also has a wild card team ability, so he can choose something else. On his card, he has shape change. He's got invincible. I just think he's really good. And I mean, the difference between him and the other Colossals, I think he's something that you can build a team around or with, or put him on a team, versus the other Colossals who are pretty much one-man armies. This guy fits. If you're building a 300-point team, you still have 220 points that you can. Is that right? Yeah, 180 points that you can still use to get other stuff. I actually have some plans in mind with him, so I guess that's why I'm talking about so much. I actually have a plan. I'm building him into a team that I'm going to make. All right, second booster, the second brick, rather. The bounty stays the same, so we hope that we get our Swamp Thing in there. We have a legacy card we're putting in the prize pool. We have a Wolverine team-up card that I'm adding in. What's something besides Wonder Woman? So we're going to do a Mole Man legacy card. We're going to do a Dr. Light Prime. That's out of Trinity Wars. Let's do a Nick Furious. I like to call him Nick Furious, but it's a Nick Fury, better known as Balls of Fury. We'll put him in here. And here's a good one. We'll put a sword in there, and we'll call it at that. So we're going to put the black bone of Amduit in the pile. Let's open this sucker up. And, you know, I really would like somebody to win the daggum bounty. I'm at the point where we might have to choose 2 bounty figures when I come back from vacation because the bounty pile is huge. It doesn't really affect me whether we give it away one at every auction or one at a time, or whether we give away one a year. It's the same amount that I'm giving away. But I just get tired of looking at all this stuff piling up. Like I said, there's 2 big tubs over here, and then that's just about too big. The bowl I got, or whatever you want to call it, it's a dice tray that I use to put everything in. It's almost too full. I'm not going to be able to put much more in that. So yeah, I'd like somebody to win it so we can ship it, get it out of here. I got plenty more prizing, and I'm always gonna get more. There's always more and more prizing. So it's not a case that we're gonna run out or anything. All right, let's number these things. Let's see, so we'll be starting with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, so that's 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11. This makes that 10. All right, guys, good luck. Let's win something. Let's win something good. All right, here we go. Number 10. Looking for Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing's going to pop out of here. I just know it is. Come on, Swamp Thing. No Swamp Thing. I'll kill the suspense on that. We have a Uncommon Beast Boy, an Easy Company Soldier common, a Zatanna, who I like a lot, uncommon, a Raptor, and then we got a Rip Punter. So that's our first super rare in this break, Rip Punter. So everybody think of Rip Punter. You think he's playable? You think he could be used and build a team, put him on a team? I haven't studied him that close. All right, so now we're going to number 11. Okay. We got another super rare in this one. We got a Mr. Mine common, a Black Hawk Pilot common, a Cinnamon uncommon, a Raptor common, and we have a super rare Green Lantern. So that's going to make it tough for Swamp Thing. That's already 2 super rares gone. All right, so number 12. Okay. Good, powerful pieces. In this one, you got the Batman uncommon. That's the Batman with wings. You have the Morgan Le Fay rare. You have Wonder Woman uncommon. And you have Mr. Mine common. And then you got Deadman common. Okay, number 13. Come on, Swamp Thing. I want to see you. Really want to give out the bounty. I always tell when we got trick arrows, because the pack is thicker, before I even looked at them. As soon as I grab the cards, I know. So we got trick arrows. We got a Batman. This is the Cowboy Batman uncommon. Deadman common. We got the Flash rare. And we got a League Assassin common. Number 14. Something's telling me we got a high probability of going into 2 weeks from now with the bounty still there. It's possible, but it's not looking good. All right, we got a Supernova common. We got a Prehistoric Warrior common. We got a Batman common, a Time Trapper common, and a Nighthawk rare. I mean, at this point, if we keep going like we're going, we may not pull a bounty figure at all for Masters of Time and make it actually into Black Panther. We're not that far away from Black Panther, especially with me not being here next week. All right, so number 15. We got Red Arrow, uncommon. Detective Chimp, common. Jenny Hex, common. Batman rare, that's the Pirate Batman. Easy Company Soldier, common. 2 more regular boosters. Should be a super rare and a chase in here somewhere. This is 16. So whoever's got 16, 17, I would think you're going to get something good. Or at least a good chance at it. Never know. So whoever's got 17, I can tell you should be pretty excited right now. This isn't a bad booster though, but it's just not what we had hoped for. You have a Superboy uncommon, you have a Booster Gold common, a Batman common, a Superman common, and a Supergirl rare, who is a very good figure. One more regular booster left. This should be a Chase or Prime. Should be. If not, we'll all get mad at WizKids together. Should be a Chase or Prime. Okay. All right, so this is number 17. Whoever's got that, got something decent. You got a Superman common, an Anthro uncommon, a Daxamite common, an Animal Man common, and we pulled the Prime here, and the Prime is a rare Intragun. Not the best Prime, but a good Prime, but he's still good. It is a Prime. All right, so now last one, Super Booster. I don't know if any of us have seen. I think the odds of us having a Swamp Thing in here are not so good. You saw the speech bubble? Yeah, pretty easy to see. All right, so last chance at anything. I can tell you, you can see it for yourself. It's kind of hard to hide this guy, but that is one of the more desirable Colossals by everybody. I think he can do stuff pretty good. You got a Cinnamon uncommon. You got the Flash Raptor. You also got another Prime. This is Prime, and here you got a Reverse Flash. I see that pretty common on when we pull the Flash Raptors. And you got a League Assassin common. So still, that's a good booster. It's a Prime. And this Prime is very playable. He's very good. He doesn't cost very much, and I think he's pretty good. I think we're going to see him play some in that also. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm not going to hang around too longer. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got to be picked up at 4:30 in the morning. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. We'll go back to normal in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from yesterday, we will be. You just bought the Flash on eBay. Well, now you got two, I guess. Anyway, we will go back to normal 2 weeks from yesterday. We will do our next auction. We'll have some more HeroClix news by that time. I think we can all talk about silver and see what you guys think about the changes. I've already seen the changes, but I can't divulge it yet until the announcement comes out. And I think it's going to be very interesting. I think there's a lot to talk about, and I'll leave it at that. So for now, good night, everybody. Like I said, I've got to go home and get some sleep, and I'm going to